Over the years, BMW have produced some wonderful sports cars. This week on Test Drive, the all-new 335i. Could this be the world's next benchmark? Any world-class sports car needs some essential ingredients if it's to stand out from the crowd. Obviously, style and substance are two of the more important parts of the puzzle. It also needs to handle like the dickens and have an engine to match. Ferrari gets it right. Audi's wonderful RS4 is more than capable of standing on its own considerable merits, as is the Mercedes-Benz SL63. BMW's new 335i is the latest to join the ranks of the illustrious, and it doesn't matter if you drive the coupe or the sedan. What makes this 335 so special is found right under here. Now, this 3-litre inline 6-cylinder engine has not one but 2 turbochargers. As a result, it produces 300 horsepower, but more importantly, 300 pound-feet of torque at just 1400 RPM. Consequently, absolutely no turbo lag, which is very rare, but more importantly, the engine is flexible. You can drive this thing in 4th gear from 60 to 160 and still leave the competition in the dust. Along with a 0 to 100k time of 5.6 seconds comes an 80 to 120 run of just 3.4 seconds. Ironically, this might actually be faster were it not for the 2nd gear ratio. It forces a shift into 3rd gear at 118 kilometers an hour if you want to avoid the rev limiter. And if you keep the boot nailed, the urgency shown at the low end continues unabated right the way up to the 335's electronically limited top speed of 250k. The 335i's cabin has been very well conceived, and it's not so much the materials and the layout, both of which are very good, but some of the small touches. For instance, on all coupes, reach in the seatbelt can be a real pain in the neck. Not so with this car. There's a little hand that actually slides forward and passes you the seatbelt when you get in. The other thing, you've got to buy the sport package. Along with a better set of wheels, you get these seats. Adjustable thigh support, and these bolsters are also adjustable, and they do a wonderful job of keeping you planted when you play, and that, I'm afraid, is something you tend to do rather a lot of. When it comes to turbocharging, there's a right way and a cheap way. The right way is to make the turbochargers out of something capable of withstanding temperatures of up to 1050 C. The cheap method uses the fuel injectors to prevent the turbos from melting. Squirting extra fuel reduces the temperature of the combustion chamber, which in turn reduces the heat in the exhaust stream. Obviously, this needlessly increases fuel consumption. BMW chose the right way. The drawback with this coupe is right here, and it's all about the trunk. The opening is small, the liftover's rather high, it's a long drop off to the floor, and it's so deep that if anything rolls up against the back seat, you more or less have to climb in to retrieve it. The other thing, just watch that catch, because it will take a chunk out of your head. The 335's other aspects live up to the engine's lead. The anti-lock brakes bring short stopping distances, and the ride and handling is more than up to snuff. On the open road, the suspension is compliant, yet when the hammer's down, it all but banishes body roll. Through the pylons, the cameraman had a hard time keeping up, which is saying a lot. It also stays pointed in the right direction, even at the ragged edge. This boils down to the 225/45R17 tyres, wonderful steering, and the electronic stability control system. Now, the latter can be set to allow the tail to hang out a little, or turned off altogether. Just be careful if you do turn it off. The answer to that question? This car is a world beater, and it doesn't boil down to its wonderful handling or its very nice interior. It all boils down to the twin-turbo 3-litre under the hood. That thing is worth the $52,000 alone. The rest of the car, it's all bonus.